Hey everybody. I wanted to do something different. Try to be a little bit more creative with my readings, and I wanted to get some participation, from people who actually needed some help and guidance from tarot. While I myself am learning and growing on this personal journey of mine, I've been using the tarot to, discover things about myself and about my life and about the people in my life um, it has really enlightened me on really woken me up to, my true purpose, my, what I'm capable of, and mm, just so much. It's just opened me up to so much personal growth. Um, so I really enjoy doing these readings. So, like I said, I wanted to get get some participation from people who, you know, wanted to seek some advice through tarot. So what I did was I posted on my Facebook that if there's anybody that would like a free tarot reading and have their reading posted on my YouTube page to leave their name. And one of my friends who lives quite a whiles away from me, never met her in person, just been my Facebook friend for quite a while, few years, she said that she would be interested in having her reading posted on the channel. So this is your reading, Sarah, and your question was, should you continue to invest in growing your garden to help provide for your family during the the off season of the year, after harvesting time, I guess you would call that. Or should you pursue a job in the workforce to help provide some stability and provide, food for your family? And the first card that came up was the Sun. So right away, I felt like this card answered the question immediately. I feel like, you're very good at what you do in your garden. I feel like your harvests are just always, wonderful and bountiful. There's lots and lots of sunflowers here, and in those sunflowers, there's lots and lots of seeds. You have the group here celebrating. There's the woman, she's pregnant, which is like giving birth to, in this case, birth to the harvests of your garden. It looks like, you're really good at what you do at home in your garden, and I just see that it's fairly successful for you. I feel like you really enjoy gardening, and I feel like everybody around you benefits from it as well. I feel like, not only do you reap the physical or the nutritional rewards from your gardening, but you also, benefit from it in other ways. Feel like it might raise their vibration. You're spending time in the sun. You're spending time outdoors. You maybe even getting your family involved in your gardening. I even, there's even animals here that really enjoy it. Not to mention all of the, you know, how the earth benefits from you, gardening and planting these, fruits and vegetables and plants and flowers for not only for your family, but also you're contributing to, nature and the creatures in nature, like the bees and, you know, the whole, system there. I'm not very well versed in garden, but I think you get the idea. Like, I feel like gardening is like extremely beneficial to you and everybody involved, including the earth. I feel like you get a lot of health benefits from it. I feel like it's really not only, like I said, not only are you benefiting from, the results of your hard work in, like, by being able to harvest your hard work, but you're also benefiting from it in physical ways. You see they're dancing here and they're celebrating and they're just in the sun. It's just a really healthy, positive, just wonderful card. And I think this really kind of answers your question right here, but we did go farther into it. The next card we got here, following the sun, is the card of celebration, and that's the Three of Cups. So I feel like, with the moon there, I believe that when it comes time for the harvest moon, or the corn moon, I believe that you really do reap the rewards of all your hard work that you put into your garden and sustaining food for your family, not just food, but nutritious food, healthy food. And I feel like it's just really rewarding, and I feel like you always celebrate. It gives you lots to celebrate about. I feel like it really does provide for your family. Everybody's cup is full. So I would definitely say that you're doing a really great job, providing with your gardening skills. So now, going on, I see that moving forward into any kind of other, into the work field, I see that you're kind of like really apprehensive about that. I feel like you might have, like, some anxieties about going out into the workforce. I feel like, I feel like you really just want to be at home in your garden. I feel like you just don't want to deal with any of the problems, drama, stress that comes with the work field. I think you'd rather stay in your own field at home, celebrating your garden and all your hard work and the beauty of your garden. And I feel like you see that, looking out into the work field, it might not be all, it might be not really worth it to you. Like, I feel like you're looking at it as like it's going to be hard work, and you might not really enjoy it. Um, just like I said, I feel like there's a lot of anxiety around moving forward into the work field. I feel like, we got Justice here, and the King of Pentacles, and the Six of Swords in reverse. So as we go on to talk about any other, um, you know, any other way of providing for your family outside of your garden, I feel like you're just looking at it like not in a really positive way. I feel like you might feel like that it's not going to be like fair. It's not going to be equal. I feel like you feel like you're going to be putting more work into the stability of maybe the boss who you would be working for. I feel like you don't think you are going to get as much out of a regular job, 9 to 5 job, or even a part-time job. I just feel like you don't feel like it's worth really investing any of your time and energy into helping somebody else's stability, or business. Like, I feel like you don't think that it's worth really your time and efforts, that it wouldn't be fair. And I feel like you don't feel like you would benefit from it. And then let's see, you got the Six of Swords here. And then, when I looked up this card to see just what I had to say about this, because when I originally looked at this, what I saw that you would be like leaving this job or trying to leave any other job, but you might feel stuck. If you were to go out into the workforce, oftentimes people, they feel stuck in jobs that they are not happy in. And it's funny because when I looked it up just to see what it said, and it said any place but here. So yeah, I'm thinking that yeah, that's pretty clear right there. Any place but here. I feel like you would rather be anywhere but working to contribute to anybody outside of your own family's stability. So I don't feel like you're really wanting to work for anybody else. I don't think you'll feel like you would be really gaining much from it, considering the time that you would be putting in to this person's business. I look at him, I see him as like the boss. He's stable. He's he's got pretty much everything he needs. He's wealthy. So I feel like you just don't want to be stuck contributing to anybody else's growth when you're so successful growing on your own. Like, look at that. This is awesome, Sarah. You got like this is like freaking the garden card. The sun, like, you can't grow a garden without the sun, can you? So this was pretty clear indication to me that I think that you're doing just perfect staying at home and tending to your garden. I feel like I feel like you're really, like I said, really apprehensive about going out into the workforce. Like, you don't feel like it, it'll be an equal give and take here. I feel like you'll be given more than you'll be receiving to this boss figure here. And he'll be celebrating the gains while you're feeling like you're stuck in a job and you're not fulfilled. You're not feeling happy. You're not getting, you know, you're not getting out of it what you're putting into it. So then when I went on to ask more about if you were to get a job, what would that look like? And we got another boss figure, and this is the King of Swords, and he came up in reverse. And he's not a very nice guy. He doesn't talk very nice. He can be very dishonest. He could be narcissistic, very cold. This is like the boss that I see showing up. If you were to look for a job, I feel like this is kind of the guy you would be faced with. And I feel like that's not going to make you happy because it's not a very kind person. I feel like the job that you would find that you weren't very passionate about that job with the Queen of Wands in reverse. I would feel like you didn't think that you were creating much of anything for yourself, and that a lot of your creative energy was going to waste. And I can see that if you did go out and seek employment with, these other cards, I feel like you probably would end up leaving this job, and you would be feeling pretty bummed out. Like, this boss might actually even make you feel like bad about yourself, or like you weren't good enough, and like you probably would be pouring like a lot of yourself into this job. Like I see here with the Justice card right here, I see that it wouldn't, even though she's in the upright position, with this card here in reverse, feeling stuck, like in this, like working for this guy, helping provide for his, stability and his wealth, and working to build his empire up. It's like I feel like, yeah, you would be left feeling pretty bummed out. I feel like you definitely would leave this job, but and you might even leave feeling discouraged. Like, look at all the hard work I put into, I put my heart into that. I did the best I could do, and it wasn't enough for this guy. And like, I just honestly, I don't see it being worth it right now. I really hate to advise anybody against seeking employment. But the way these cards are coming up, it's just saying that you probably will have a pretty nasty boss. You won't be able to be as creative in your workplace, and you would end up leaving and probably picking up some wounds along the way there, either from the boss or maybe someone that you would possibly work with. You know, there could be some shady things even going on within this work environment. But I just don't see it being worth you putting your energy into. And even if you did, I don't think you would really be appreciated. Um, you know, and you might not even. I hate this. See, I hate that we go from so positive with the sun, celebrating in the garden and being like fertile and harvesting and dancing, and everybody's having a great time and being creative, and it's like we go from this to, you know, celebrating the harvest, and then it's like, do I venture out into the work field? Pretty apprehensive about that. You know, looking farther into it, the workplace looks like it's like you're feeling like you're stuck there, and you would rather be any place but there at the workplace working for somebody else. And you might be feeling stuck there, but then you might end up getting fired from the place. You know, maybe you don't have enough energy to keep up with this boss's demands. You know, because this boss can be quite greedy. He can be very greedy. He can be very materialistic. And he can also be very nasty. So, I definitely would make sure that you got a good feel for any of your potential employers, because it's looking like if you were to go and find a job, like maybe the first job that you came across, or if it was a job involving law, anything to do with the law, I see that. I see that you might end up just getting fired from the job, and I don't think it would be your fault. I think it would be because this person is like a greedy person who wants to overwork people, and so he can celebrate. You see the celebration there in the background, so he can celebrate and leave you with, like, you know, feeling draining out your energy, draining out. You see your cups are spilled over there. So, yeah, there's 2 left, but I believe that's for like the boss and his wife, maybe. So, the other cards that we got for this reading, is, let's see, the shadow card was the 8 of Wands. Oh, excuse me. So this is like the energy that is already like going on in your life here with whatever situation that's going on. I believe you're gardening, your new garden, and all of the wonderful things that you're planting. Now, I wanted to see what this book had to say in regards to this card. The 8 of Wands is like momentum, it's communication, it's things in motion. So whatever you're doing, you're already off. Whatever you're doing at home in your garden, you're already off to a freaking wonderful start. And your next harvest is gonna be freaking amazing, by the way. Like, your next harvest is gonna set you up for this whole winter. So you have that to look forward to. If you wanted to, like, maybe get like a part-time job where you're making sure that you're balancing out your time for the things that you love, you know, the things you love, make sure that you're not overexerting yourself or giving too much of yourself and not getting, anything back in return. Maybe I could see like a part-time job, or like like a off-season job for you. Maybe like, seeing the lighter during the like summertime and stuff like that. Like maybe working your garden, and then in the darker season, when everything's dormant, maybe then like look for like a part-time job. But I wouldn't invest your whole self into um somebody else's growth, somebody else's wealth. um Especially not a cold and nasty boss. If you're doing well, which it looks like you are doing well, providing food and nutrition for your family, then I would stick to the gardening. And then, just like I said, be real careful with any potential employers, any bad vibe, and I would be out of there. Because the worst thing is feeling like you're stuck working for somebody who is an asshole, or who is just mean, like, or greedy, or like working you to the bone. And you get to watch him celebrate. um you know and you might even get fired from that job. So, but like I said, okay, the Eight of Wands. Now, I love what the book said about it. And in regards to your gardening, it says, there are moments when things come together and take on a life of their own, creating a momentum that's hard to stop. This may be one of those moments. Things are really happening now. So I'm getting from this that your harvest, your garden is like really getting ready to be reaped. I feel like you're really like enthusiastic about all of the progress that you've made, and just how much you've been able to grow, and how much more you'll be able to grow, and how great you're feeling about it. I think you should just obviously keep going with it. I feel like the most important, it's obvious that you're very successful with your gardening. It's proven to be very it's proven to provide for multiple people. You and your family, you've been able to celebrate around this garden. It's just been a blessing. Gardening, it really is a blessing to, like I said, everybody involved in the earth, and even like the insects, the creatures, the birds, the bees. Like, everybody benefits from gardening. It's just, I do see a lot of like kind of really negative things around going out into the work field and working for somebody else. I want to just say that I would say right now it's a no, unless you are absolutely sure that you would be feeling like you're benefiting from it, and not to like giving more of yourself to somebody else's growth, personal growth. So what I did was I asked, I have a bunch of different oracle cards for different like questions and different kind of vibes and energies that I pick up when it comes to different readings that I would like to do. And for this reading, the oracle cards I chose were the Life Purpose Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. So I figured that these would be helpful in giving a little bit more information in regards to, your question of what should you do to help provide for your family. If you should do more, or not. And you got study, nutrition, and love and light. So study. Reading, research, and education help you gain confidence and clarity about your career. So I feel like, if anything, maybe going back to school to find out something that you are really passionate about. If there's anything like in the work field that you would be interested in outside of gardening, maybe even studying more about gardening, or getting into like some kind of education on nutrition. So nutrition came up. It says you conduct healing work with your culinary skills and light and love. Your purpose is to bring divine healing, light, and love to this world. So, maybe what you could do, I feel like this is pointing you in the direction of maybe like teaching people about your, the benefits of gardening and the health benefits and the spiritual benefits. Because we did say that, gardening, there's so many things that you benefit from gardening, like physical health, your mental health, your spiritual health, your all-around well-being. Not only is it good for all that, but you're providing for food for your family. So maybe you could like educate people on that. Maybe educate people on how to garden. Maybe start a YouTube channel showing how you plant your garden, when you plant your garden, how far apart you plant your seeds, how you do your canning, and how you prepare all of your, all of the things that you harvest from your garden. This is clearly pointing that anything that you do in your life purpose, it probably most definitely should revolve around nutrition, and it's just got it has healing, it has healing within it in all kinds of ways. So, well, gardening, we know it heals the earth. It's healing for yourself, being in the sun and being in nature, and it's grounding, and it's a wonderful thing that you're doing, Sarah. So, like, I just see that it's definitely bringing all positive things into your life. I don't see that you're lacking anything from gardening, or using that as a way to provide for your family. I do see that it is a concern for you, providing stability and, making sure that everybody has enough. It looks like that you are making that happen. I think you're going to be really shocked and really pleasantly surprised with your next harvest. I feel like if you were to work for somebody, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but maybe look into something. Maybe I would say beware. This just makes me say beware. Beware of giving too much of yourself and not getting, back as much as you put into any job. If you're coming home from work and you're just feeling drained and you're like, man, I wish I was just home in the garden today, or planning my next project in the garden, or doing my canning and stuff like that. Instead of giving my time to this fool, who won't even let me, have a sick day. Like, because you have to, like, be a slave to his growth. So, I definitely say stick to your gardening and just maybe a part-time job, but definitely make sure that you're passionate about it. I really like that these cards came out for you, because it looks like you not only have a lot to offer your family with your gardening, but it looks like you can actually learn more and teach what you already know, and even learn more. You're definitely going to continue to learn more and grow more. That's what we do. We learn and we grow. But that's it. I'm about to wrap it up because I'm about to run out of time. So if anybody else would like a tarot reading, post it on my channel. Comment your name and your question, and I'll pick somebody for the next reading. Sarah, I hope you liked this reading. I hope that this answered your question and gave you clarity about how to move forward. I can see here that your garden is really beautiful. I've never actually seen it, but it looks like freaking awesome. So, good job. And make sure you share some pictures of that harvest, because it looks like it's going to be pretty freaking awesome, and you're going to be celebrating. Everybody's going to be celebrating, even the kitties, even the fairies. Oh, yeah, definitely the fairies. So, all right, that's all, guys.